I think that the best way I can describe it is that I really lost my path. I lost my way, my journey, or my mission. Just by getting married, having children, going through what I thought was what I was supposed to be doing, or what was meaningful to me, until I died in heart surgery for 8 minutes.
More than 15 years ago, 49-year-old Lynette Jamieson from Toronto had a near-death experience. She suffered from a unique heart condition called bradycardia, where the heart beats very slowly. Jamieson would regularly faint, and one day, after undergoing several surgeries and heart procedures in Toronto, her heart stopped working. That's when she says she went to heaven and was given the tools to return to Earth and live a healthy life and help others do the same. Doctors revived her exactly 7 minutes and 48 seconds after her heart stopped.
So I had really lost my true self. I was in a place where I wanted to please everyone. That was actually my addiction. And what I could see on the other side is that everyone has addictions. They just look different. And none of them are more, important or necessary or terrible than another. Maybe you feel like you're not good enough, or you feel like you're kind of failing in certain people's eyes. But when you stop thinking like that, so being in the blender and you go in the heart and you can actually see.
Jamieson says her near-death experience was the best thing that ever happened to her.
And I got to see really beautifully that everyone is planted, a seed is planted in their heart. And no one is different, no one is left out. So we're all truly uniquely one. And I got to see that there's a seed planted within us that is a mission that is not about us. And each of us have one of these missions.
Thanks to Jamieson's high-performance training as a gymnast and dancer, she was able to safely recover from her heart problem, with the exception of pericarditis. What Jamieson learned along the way is that no matter what struggle or barriers we endure in our life, we can all overcome them. We are all the same. It's a message that is particularly relevant at this moment, when it seems the world and our very way of life has approached something resembling a near-death experience. There is a way back, Jamieson says.
Some of us lose our way in a big way, where we pull in things that are harmful to us, and circumstances that are just so hard to overcome that we almost can't overcome them, or sometimes some people can't overcome them. But it's all for the greater good, because you're like what we're trying to do, we give ourselves experiences to overcome so that we can transform and almost unpeel until we can find, this deep seed within.
Over the course of 5 years, Jamieson wrote a book called The Seed as a way of healing and build a following of like-minded people seeking to find a deeper understanding of themselves. Something that millions are perhaps searching for as they confront the COVID-19 pandemic and its psychological impact.
This book is for everyone. It's everyone's life, it's everyone's journey, it's everyone's experience.
According to York University's humanities professor Eric Bronson, making the most out of your life after coming to terms with death is an age-old pursuit, and it's quite common.
If she's found peace with death, then she would have something to say about how to live our lives, especially for the rest of us who aren't quite, at peace with it. I think it makes total sense, and not just in her case, but oftentimes most of the, whenever we're going through difficult times, like in the books that we read or the movies that we watch, it's often going to be around stories of either of someone important dying, where we can try to make sense of it, or we see them make sense of it and then try to work out how they handle it.
Bronson believes we all have the same kind of yearning despite experiencing different forms of suffering. What do you tell people when they don't believe that you actually died, or they don't believe your story about when you died?
Yeah, I'm so cool with anyone's opinion, and it's righteousness that they carry. I don't carry that. I don't need to be right. I don't need to have facts. I need to speak from my heart, and I need to speak truth. It carries a vibration, it carries a resonance. If someone can't accept it or can't feel it, that's okay, because that's their journey.
Jamieson says right now more than ever, people need to come together, be there for one another, and hold each other up.
We're choosing to witness disasters and then allow that to bring us to a very low place. I feel that the collective is going to start lifting away from that now. Like that's shown very deeply to me. There's a lot of people that are uplifting and explaining and sharing the different ways that we can let go of all of that.
The Seed can be purchased on Amazon and on Kindle. For Inside the Story, I'm Nikki Anastasakis.